Okay, and welcome to the start of your Minecraft real estate slash construction unit. This is going to be kind of a big unit. There's a lot of different parts to it, a lot of different pieces to it, but I think it'll be a kind of a very fun unit and also one that you can really kind of do a lot of really cool stuff and be pretty creative. So don't limit yourself on this. Really try hard, put yourself into this. You can get a lot of enjoyment out of this. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be communicating with some of our customers, which our customers happen to be second graders. We are going to be creating a fake business, which is has a specialty in building Minecraft houses. And we're going to try to sell one of these houses to a second grader. And what we do in Minecraft is we build custom houses. So we're going to be looking for feedback from that second grader to be able to build this house the way they want it to be built. So I'm going to kind of walk you through some of our setup things here because we have quite a bit of work to do before we can get started actually in Minecraft. Okay, so the things I'm going to go over here with you right now, these are for the survive grade. So these are the minimum things that I kind of want. I will get into the thrive stuff a little bit later on, but for this, these are the things that kind of have to be done. So we're going to start by going to Google Drive first. We have a little setup. So I'm going to get myself to Drive. I think you guys know how to get to Drive. If you don't, I don't know where you've been the last several years, so there you go. All right, anyways, here I am. I'm in Google Drive right now. And what I'm going to do first is, because I'm going to have a lot of stuff. You guys are going to be creating quite a few different things, and I want to keep this organized. So I'm going to create a folder, and I want you to do the same thing. And we're going to name this folder something like, I don't know, Minecraft construction, I don't know, something to that degree, something you understand what's going on here. So Minecraft build, so I don't know, whatever it is that you want to do, construction, you just want to do construction, real estate, whatever, come up with something that you understand what the name of that folder is. Okay, and then everything we create, we're going to make sure we create it in this folder, or if we create it outside of Google, we're going to put it in this folder. So that way we have it all kind of nice and neat and not all over the place, so we can find stuff quickly, not waste a lot of time. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up right now. I obviously have nothing in here right now, but I do want to go through some of our steps of things that we're going to be creating here first. First and foremost, we're going to be creating what's called a Google form, and that Google form is going to be how we get our information from our second graders. So if you come up here to create, coming down here, you should see something like form right there. If I click on form, I'm going to get this page that pops up right here. And they're going to want to tell me about this stuff. Wonderful, get started. You don't need to read that because you're listening to me. So if you need to, go ahead and pause the video now and catch up with me. That's fine. Go ahead and do that. Come on back and I'll show you exactly what I want you to do on this page here next. So, all right, hopefully you're caught up with me now and ready to roll. There's some things up here in this form setting, whoops, up here at the very top that we need to really pay attention to. Okay, first and foremost, require Sydney Public Schools login to view this form. We want them to do that. So they have to be logged in to be able to get this. And the reason why is because we're going to check this next box right here. Automatically collect respondents' username. That's their email. We want to do that because if we have to email them again, maybe they didn't fill out the form right, maybe we didn't ask a very good question, we need to be able to get back in touch with, and chances are you'll probably forget who you have. So if we collect their email, we'll have that ready to go. So make sure you click those two things. Okay. And then the rest of these things here, we're going to leave them unchecked. We don't want to shuffle our question order. We don't want to only allow one response per person. Don't worry about that right now. And then the progress bar, we don't need that as well either. Okay. So right now I have an untitled form, which if you know anything about me, I do not like untitled things. So we're going to title this thing. And this would be a good place to maybe put your business name that you come up with on your own. So you're going to come up with your business name, put your business name here, and then, I don't know, whatever you want. That's probably good enough. So you have your business name right here. And then we're going to start with our questions. So here we are. This is our very first question. Now, there's going to be 5 questions that you're going to be asking. Everybody's going to have to do 5 questions, okay? We're going to be doing these top 5 right here. choose from a list, checkboxes, multiple choice, paragraph text, and text. Those are the only ones that we're going to do. These other 4 down here are a little bit more complicated and get a little bit more in depth and detail with some things, and they don't really fit our needs. So just these 5. And you're going to ask one, every question is going to be different. Okay, so we're not going to have more than one text question or multiple choice, any of those things. Now multiple choice comes up first, so that's fine. We'll start with that one. So first question you're going to do, now remember what we're doing here is we're trying to figure out what kind of house they want to have built. Okay, so we need to start asking questions about that. Now a multiple choice question is one where they're going to give you one answer out of a choice of like 3 or 4 possible answers. Okay, so a good type of question to ask here would be something like how big they want their house. How many rooms would you like in your house? How many floors do you want your house? Those sorts of things, okay? How many different types of material maybe do you want your house to be built out of? Those sorts of things where they have to give you a specific answer and only one answer applies, okay? So for instance, if I said, how many rooms do you want in your house? I would give my answers down here. Like I might say 2 rooms. I might click down on 3 and then 4. Okay. Now there is this add other here. Okay. And if I add that, I'm going to do that. I'm going to add other right here. I give them the option to put an answer in that I don't have here. This question would be a terrible question to put an other answer in, because what if you get somebody who says, oh, I want 52 rooms? Now guess what? You're stuck building a house with 52 rooms in it. That's going to be very hard for you to do in our time constraints. So be careful of adding that other unless it can actually work. So if you want to try to use this other one in there, you better have a good justification for it, or you should probably ask me if it would be an appropriate question to have an other answer in, okay? An option of that would be like, what color do you want? What's the main color do you want your house to be? Red, blue, yellow, or other, if they want to pick a different color. Okay, that would be one that would be an okay that you could still do with. But this question would be a terrible thing to open up, because you're going to get some kid who's going to say, I want 52 rooms in my house. And then what are you going to do? You're a business, you just asked them and they told you. So I'm getting rid of that. You can have 3 questions here, 3 answers here, 4 answers, kind of up to you. And don't just be lame like me and just do this because you just want to do this. This is a decent question, but if you can think of something else, think of something else. If you want to decide the amount of rooms in their house and you don't want to leave them to them, don't ask that question. Okay, so why don't you go ahead and pause the video, go to your form, and let's work on your multiple choice question now. Come back when you've got that done. Okay. Hopefully you're caught up with me here. You've got your multiple choice question finished, and we're ready to move on. See this little add item down here? Well, that's how we're going to add our next question. So like I said, we're picking these here, these basic ones, and we already picked multiple choice. I'm just going to go right at the top of our list here now, and I can go on from there. So I'm going to say text. Okay, so text. And these questions can be in whatever order you want. I'll show you at the end here how you can move them around if you want to. It's totally up to you. So a text question, this is where they're going to have to type in the answer themselves. So you're not giving them any prompts, you're just asking them a flat out question, and they're just going to type the answer in and send it in. It's a shorter answer though, so like 1 to 2 words, or a short phrase, maybe a sentence at the most. They're not going to be typing in a bunch. So this might be something like where you ask them, what color would you like your house? Or let's see, I don't even remember that. I can think of a really great question to ask that here would be a good text question. Possibly like, what kind of roof do you want in your house? Or how many doors do you want in your house? Or something to that degree, okay? You want to be careful with asking them a number of something, because again, if you ask them, like I just said, how many doors do you want in your house? And they say 100, you're going to have a house with 100 doors in it, really? So be careful with your question, so it has to be a little bit more specific, okay? Like, what's the main type of building material you want your house built out of? Okay, that might be a decent question to ask here. You do want to be careful because not everybody has played Minecraft, and so not everybody will know all the building materials. So, you know, if you're going to be very specific on your question, make sure that it's a general information. Okay, so something to that degree, I guess. Now, one thing that you're going to be doing in your build is asking them about a like special feature, you know. So this might be some place where you'd ask them about that. Would you rather have a fountain or a garden in your house, or something to that degree? I don't know. You might ask them, what's your favorite animal? That might give you some inspiration on how to build their house. So something like that, some sort of information. You're looking for information that requires a short answer. Okay? Put some thought into it. And I'm not going to give you a whole bunch of like real specific examples because I do want you to kind of think on your own and come up with your own stuff here. So go ahead and work on your text question. And when you get that done, why don't you come on back and we'll work on the next one. All right, hopefully you got your text question done, multiple choice question done. Hey, we're 2 out of 5. Let's add another item. We're going to add a paragraph text this time, okay? Paragraph text. Paragraph text is just like regular text except for their longer answer goes here. So they're going to actually write a little bit more than that, okay? So here would be something where you'd maybe have them describe something, you know? Like for instance, you know, describe what your room looks like, and then you try to make that for them or something like that. But what you're doing here is you're asking for them to give a longer answer this time. So this might be one of those good questions to kind of figure out what kind of things they like. You know, you might say, what are your hobbies? And then they have to tell you what things that they like. So then you can build stuff into their house. You know, if they really like playing soccer, maybe you can put a little soccer field out the front of their house. Or if they really enjoy 4-H activities or something like that, you can put some animals in there or whatever that is. So this could be something like a, hey, kind of get to know your customer. And then when they put their answer in here, you can kind of build a house that kind of meets their needs, you know. So if they really enjoy rainbows, then you can make their house very nice and colorful on the inside. Use a lot of colored wool or something like that. I don't know. Be creative. Again, go ahead, pause the video here. Let's work on our paragraph text question. And when you get that done, come on back and let's go on to the next one. All right, so hopefully you have all 3 done that we've done so far. Now, put some thought into these, of course, but don't like rack your brain over this. If you need some help, get some help. Get some help from a partner. See what kind of questions they're coming up with that might give you some inspiration. So use your resources, okay? Well, let's move on. I'm ready to add another one. We did text, we did paragraph text, because we did multiple choice first. Let's do checkboxes next, okay? So checkboxes. This is an interesting one because it causes you to think a little bit here. This is one where they can, it's like multiple choice, except for they can choose more than one answer here, okay? So this might be a great spot here to ask, like, what kind of blocks would you like your house built out of? And then you list, like, 10. You might want to put a stipulation in there that they can only pick 3 or something to that degree. So you might say, what should I build your house out of? Question mark. Choose only 3. All right, so something like that. And then down here, you just add your options in. You just keep adding your options in here. So you might say something like dark oak, birch, whatever, you know, the different things, okay? So you come up with, and give them a lot of choices here. Don't say choose only 3 and then give them 4 options, okay? Because that's pretty much limiting. Why do you even ask a question? Give them variety. This is a question that you want to have lots of variety and you want them picking some stuff out, okay? So that sort of stuff, all right? So, but like I said, limit it so that it's actually doable. You know, you don't want to give them 10 options and then have them pick all 10 options, and now you're stuck having to build a house with all 10 of those things when you could have easily made that a little bit more simple and done just 3, for instance. And also, if you have to use something, so say you say, you know, what should I build your house out of? And they pick 3 things, and you maybe need to use something else. Yeah, that's fine. Just make those 3 things like what you mostly build it out of, okay? So why don't you go ahead and do your checkboxes question now, get that finished, and come on back, and we'll move on to the next one, last one. All right, hopefully you have gotten all 4 of those done. Let's already move on to the last one, which is choose from a list. Choose from a list is kind of an interesting one too. A lot like multiple choice, a lot like checkboxes, except for it's like a drop down. So you have a lot of choices on this one too, probably. And you know, instead of having like a multiple choice with like 10 answers where their questions will be really super long, they can choose from a list of whatever they want to instead, okay, for instance. So here, they're only going to be picking one answer. Okay, so kind of have to be creative on this question a little bit too. So you might say something like, oh, I don't know. This could be one where you get some more information from them. Maybe you might say something like, hey, what's your favorite month? You list all the months, and they say that their favorite month is December. So guess what I'm going to do in your house? I'm going to do kind of a Christmas theme, or they say Halloween or October, so you do a Halloween theme or something to that degree. I mean, you could do that if you wanted to. You could also list a bunch of colors and say, what color of carpet would you rather have in your house? And they pick one and go from it. You might say, which one of these special features would you like to have in your house? If possible, water fountain, pond, swimming pool, football field, whatever. Come up with a bunch of different things, and then they choose one. So here's where you're gonna, you give lots of options and they pick one. Okay. And same thing, you just click and add your stuff in here. This one does not give you the option to add an other. You have to have a finite choices, so you pick them. It's best if you do it at least out of 5. More would be even better. Okay, so they pick 1 out of 5 or more different options. So lots of different things here. So this could be where you're asking them about the special feature that they want, or maybe you're looking for some more inspiration as far as how to theme their house. If you want to keep it a little bit more general and give yourself more freedom, that's fine. If you want to kind of narrow it down and make it simpler, that's fine too. So get that question done now. Go ahead and pause this and get that question done. When you get done, come on back here and I'll show you what you're going to do to finish this thing up. Okay, so go ahead and do that. All right, hopefully you have all 5 questions done now. All 5, ready to roll, okay? So if we come down to the bottom now here, we have this next box here that says our confirmation page. And we have this kind of little simple lane little box here, or this saying here that says your response has been recorded. Well, whoop-de-doo. We're a business. We're a custom business. We're going to customize our message that shows up after they do their form. So instead of it saying your response has been recorded, no. We're going to say something more special than that, or something like, say something like your business name. So put in your business name. Appreciates your business. So obviously you're not going to say your business name. You put your business name in there. So if it's like Minecraft Building appreciates your business. A rep will be in contact shortly. Oops, spelled right, Mr. Meyer. Or something like that. Okay, so just like I said, be creative with this. Be creative. You want them to be able to feel like, hey, this is a cool thing here. I've got an actual business that's contacting me, even though they know it's just 6th graders or 5th graders. Sorry. After you get that done, I would like you to just like uncheck this, because this is what's going to happen. If you say show link to submit another response, those 2nd graders are going to click on that and they're going to put in another response and they're going to fill out that form again. So if you uncheck that, they fill it out once, they send it, and that's all they can do, okay? So now you're ready to send this form, but you're not going to send it to your 2nd grader yet. No, we're going to send this form to our 2nd grader in a little bit of a more formal email. But you are going to send this form to me because I'm going to grade this. This is a grade for you. So you're going to say send form, okay? Here it is, all up here. Enter name, guess what? Put in my name, thank you. Right there. What you're going to do is say include form and email. That way I can just glance at it right then and there. I'll give you a send an email back to you and be ready to roll. So that's what you're going to do. You're going to go ahead and hit send. That email is going to send to me. Now this is going to pop up right here. And you want this. You want this to pop up because here's what we want to do. We want our form responses to be able to go into a spreadsheet. Okay? A spreadsheet, which we've worked on before, is something that's going to keep our responses all nice and neat and organized. Now, it's not real super important on this because you're only sending it to one person, but if I was saying this, that's like 10 different people, my spreadsheet would keep all of my information all nice and neat and organized so I could find it really very easily. So what I'm going to do is it says new spreadsheet. I'm going to say create. And now, bada boom, I've just done it now. Watch, I'm going to go back to Google Drive. I have this here. Let's refresh there, big guy. There, come on, refresh. There it is. Okay, so there it goes. So now I have my form right here. See the two little lines? And then I've got the little box with the boxes inside of it. I've got that. That's my spreadsheet with my responses. So as soon as I fill out my responses, they'll start populating back in here on this response form right there. So you are now ready to move on to the next video, because this one's super long already, about customizing your email and getting your email all set up for you to send this form to your second grader. So you're ready for the next step. I'll be looking in your inbox because I will be emailing you back your grade on your form, and if you need to change some stuff on it. So you want to do that before you send it to your second grader. So there you go. Very good job. And keep on keeping on.